Airtable Automation, how to create linked records. Hello everyone and welcome to this video where I'm going to show you a tutorial on how you can quickly create automations on Airtable used onto your specific project tracker or onto your interfaces. So to automate linking records on Airtable, you have to create an automation with linked records. You have to follow these detailed steps. What you have to do is basically go onto your specific project tracker. I'm going to go onto my home and work on the interface or the specific base that I want to work on. Like for this one, for example, I have to start by defining your base. This is a clear understanding of what my Airtable base and tables are and which are the ones that I want to link. And all I have to do is make sure that the tables I want contain the relevant fields for linking in. As of now, this is in gallery view. I can see that in the grid view as well or in the Kanban view as well. So what we do here is this for looking into our tasks, project tracker, this is for assigning the tasks, creating a mind map. This was in progress and this one is done, which is to define the goals. I can set up the deadline. I can set up the deadline for each of them, the start date, the due date, and to the one it's assigned. Now, after we're done with setting up the bases, the necessary tables, and setting up this primary field, where we've created a designated primary field and what it is for, we have to identify the relationship between these tables and understand how records in one table would be linked to the other one. Let's just say this one is to do, and once this one's being done, this is the one that is going to be in progress, and this is the one that's going to be done. These three tasks specifically are interlinked with each other. If this one's done, this is going to be in progress. And after you're done creating a mind map, that's how you're going to define your goals. Now to configure that link, what I have to do is head over to automations right here. These are three options. There's data, there's automations, and there's interfaces. I head over to automations right here. And the automation that is currently included is the one with Slack, which is that if I add another task and assign it to a specific assignee, it's just going to send them a notification over Slack that they've been notified to do a specific task and the task has been assigned. This is the current automation that is put in. Here we can simply click on create automation. We can create a different automation. We can add in a trigger. And for an automation to work, what you have to do is you have to add a trigger, or the trigger could be when a record matches the conditions and or when a form is submitted or when a record is created or when a record is updated or at a scheduled time or when a record enters a view. Let's just click on when a record matches the condition. Now to quickly configure this, select the table. Let's select the table that I've selected as tasks, and the condition that I can add in is when the status is to do. When the record matches the condition is when the status is to do. You can choose that when the status is in progress and when the status is to do. So this is the test step. This trigger is going to confirm if the configuration is correct. All you have to do is simply choose this record, this one, and let's review our test results. And this is it, guys. I've simply created another automation depending upon the trigger. We can add advanced logic or action as well. This is like if it's a repeating group, you can do this all over again. Repeat in for which list, you can select the input list, or you can create a link as well, or you can add in a specific action. To send an email or to create a record, we'll simply click on sending in an email, which is this is the trigger, and then what it does is basically sends an email to the specific list. You can add in the list right here, select the input list. Currently we don't have the data for that, or we can just insert value from different fields, the names or the starting time, and so on and so forth. But since our condition is when the status is to do, so we don't quite need this one, let's just move over with it and run this automation. Simply click on turn this automation off. Let's finish this automation and delete the script and simply test or run history and add the advanced logic. There's the conditional logic here. If the conditions are met, you have to simply update the record. So now that we're done, this is the finishing the configuration. Action will run and let's select the table. Once again, the table is going to be the tasks and the record ID is going to be Airtable record ID. And let's test this step out. Let's generate a preview. So let's choose a field status and now generate a preview. Now that you've completed all these different ones, you can simply test this automation, and there you have it. You've simply added and linked in an automation with your Airtable tasks. Now, once you've defined the actions, you can test and refine the automation to make sure it functions as expected. Adjust the settings as needed, and also keep an eye on your automated process and refine it over time. Monitor link records for these accuracy and adjust your automations if necessary. So this is a guys simple and easy way to add in automations using your Airtable project task management. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video helps. Until next time.